house divided against itself cannot stand. The House Divided speech was one of Abraham Lincoln's many famous things he did. Abraham has a long list of achievements, from wartime leadership, his speeches, declarations, and his presidency. He did not have his face on the penny for nothing. He helped abolish slavery by issuing the one and only Emancipation Proclamation, mouthful, and freeing the people. He made the House Divided speech because of that and explained that the country was split over slavery. Everybody should learn that Abraham Lincoln is much more than the 16th president. He was a great person. Everyone else should be inspired by him and know that he was very important when he was alive. In tough times, he brought everyone together. Honest Abe had a rough childhood, and he was alone most of the time. He was born in Kentucky on February 12, 1809. Abe was born in a log cabin on his father's Sinking Spring farm in what was at the time Hardin County. His mother died when he was 10, and his father, Thomas Lincoln, remarried. They started moving farther and farther west, eventually settling in Illinois. Lincoln mostly educated himself by reading books from a library, but he did go to 3 or 4 ABC schools. Lincoln also never attended college, but he retained a lifelong interest for learning. Abraham grew up in abject poverty. He had about 18 months of formal education because he worked to supplement his family's income. There were a lot of things that Abraham Lincoln did before he was president, and a lot of careers he had. Abraham Lincoln worked as a flatboat navigator, and the first voyage, made when he was 19, marked a significant change in his working life. He was also a storekeeper, a soldier, a surveyor, and a postman. He was a captain in the Black Hawk War, spent 8 years in the Illinois legislature, and rode the circuit of courts for many years. At the age of 25, he was elected to the local government in Springfield, Illinois. Once there, he taught himself law, opened a law practice, and earned the nickname Honest Abe. Lincoln married Mary Todd, and they had 4 boys, only one whom lived to maturity. In 1856, Lincoln ran against Stephen A. Douglas for senator. He lost the election, but in debating with Douglas, he gained a national reputation that won him the Republican nomination for president in 1860. As president, he built the Republican Party into a strong national organization and rallied most of the Northern Democrats to the Union cause. Before he was married, his law partner said of him, his ambition was a little engine that knew no rest. His adulthood was eventful and there was a lot. So what did he do exactly? Well, Abraham Lincoln is mostly known for winning the presidential election and being murdered by John Wilkes Booth at the theater. See, before he died, though, he did lots of things. He was president during the Civil War, which helped a lot, and he also signed national banking into law. The National Currency Act was passed by the Congress, and then he just signed it. He used the first inaugural Congress address to hold the Union together and try and prevent the war. He led the U.S. through the war, defending the nation as a constitutional union, defending the insurgent Confederacy, expanding the power of the federal government, and modernizing the U.S. economy. On November 19, 1863, President Lincoln delivered a short speech at the close of ceremonies dedicating the Battlefield Cemetery in Pennsylvania at Gettysburg. Lincoln memorialized the Union and highlighted the power of their sacrifice. This was known as the Gettysburg Address. Abe was an influential person because he was always helpful during the Civil War and his deeds as president. People should be like him. The most important thing to remember, in my opinion, was the fact that he did way more than you think, and he had a big impact where he lived. In conclusion, I think he was influential because of the things he did as president and of the impact he left on the world after he died.